Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
Did you miss the show? Download the podcast now.
Hey, it's Alayna J. Would you allow your mother-in-law to be in the delivery room while you give birth to your child so she can see you all naked and up close? A dude so badly wanted to eat a Hot Pocket that he did what? And we have the great wind chime debate of 2020. Are wind chimes cool or nah? All this plus so much more is coming up with the Playhouse Podcast, which starts now.
When you decided you were going to expand your family and you guys were like, yeah, let's have a kid. Let's have another kid. Let's round out the herd here. And you successfully got pregnant and you're working your way through your gestational period. And then through all of the quarantine and pandemic, it's about time to have the baby. And your husband looks you dead in the face and says, I really want my mom to be in the delivery room.
I just want guys to know that, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but it's not your choice who's in the delivery room.
Why not? It's your baby.
This is the woman's choice 100%.
No.
Should she not include the husband? I don't agree with that. But I don't think a man should ever tell a woman who should be in the delivery room. That is ridiculous. This guy is getting...
Hold on. I can't even believe you would omit the woman can't have a baby by herself. There's got to be a male influence for that baby to even be created.
I didn't say
and you're
the man
saying
out.
To shut him out?
Are you? Oh, do you need a Q-tip? I didn't say that. I said he should be there. I don't think it would be right for a woman to not include him, even if you're on the rocks right now. But for a man to say, I would love for my mom to be a part of this, and then get mad at you when you say no, I don't think so. That's the Reddit situation that's going down. I'll break it thoroughly down. But what's your first thought on a First Thought Thursday?
Kim, what do you think about this?
That's fine. I guess I look at it like, I don't know. My mother-in-law was in the room. I was okay with it. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was her first grandbaby.
I think the saving grace for this new mommy is that it's COVID-19 time, and all she has to do is tell... The doctors will always listen to the mom before the dad. So if the mom
definitely
says, you have to stick up for me, they will always say, no, just the man.
Yep. What do you think? Yep, they always go with the mom. But, he wouldn't have been mad if I would have said no. He just mentioned that she would like to be, and I was like, oh, what the... at that point, the Pope could have walked in, and I would have said, shut the door, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Bob in the Playhouse.
Was Derek's mom in? If you wouldn't have had a C-section, would have you said okay to Derek's mom?
Mm-mm. I would not have. Derek and myself, and that is it. I wouldn't have even wanted him to look beyond the knees. I was that nervous.
Nervous or unprepared?
All of the above. I didn't know what to expect. Gross things happening below. There should be a sign.
It's a First Thought Thursday. You're not right. You're not wrong. Hi, is it Shayla or Shyla?
Shayla.
Hi, Shayla. How you doing?
Good.
Good. What's your thoughts here on a First Thought Thursday? If a guy, your husband, says to you, I think my mom should be in the birthing room. What do you say to that? What's your first thought?
Okay, so honestly, it kind of depends on your relationship with your mother-in-law. Like, if you guys are close, awesome, have another support person.
Yeah.
But if it was my husband saying that, I would be like, no, because we do not have that type of relationship.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is it's not okay to have her in there. It just what you said. How's your relationship? Is it going to stress you out? That should be just all about you and getting this baby out safely and the man that made the baby with you.
Shayla, let me couple this with a quick question. Like, if I was to say, hey, I'm really interested in the miracle of birth, and I said, if I gave you $100, could I be in there?
Okay, well, like when I gave birth, I had 4 students in there. So, that's not a big deal to me, but, the mother-in-law would make it, personal. So,
Yeah, but would you feel weird that, every morning when you turn on the radio, the guy that's talking saw you give birth? Would that make you feel weird?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah,
Oh, that was his scenario.
Yeah, if I gave you $100, would you let me watch?
Gross.
No,
Okay, I don't know. Just
You
throwing
have no idea how many people he says that to every day for different things. If I give you 100, can I watch?
Listen, I just wanted to watch. I just want to know what's all going on. So, all right. Well, hey, I hope you have a really good morning, and thanks for chiming in. Have a good day. All right.
Oh my God.
You guys know, by the way, if I'd have said 200, she'd have been on it.
On the tip of what she said with the 4 students in there, it was the worst ever. The worst feeling, because you don't want to say no, because this is how someone grows in the field that they're passionate about. But my OBGYN came in for one of my annuals. It was like 9 years ago. You remember the day like something traumatic happens to you, and then you're just like, do I want to help this person? And I had to say, nah.
Well, you turned down letting us an intern come in?
She was like, is it okay with you? You could say no. I'm like, nah. I didn't even want to see you. I'm just like, that's how much anxiety I have. Like, I play it
Alayna,
off,
if your OBGYN came in and said, hey, these students are shadowing me this morning, they're in med school, would you let them roll?
If they were girls, yes.
Yeah.
But if they were guys, I don't know. Like, I don't really want to go to a guy doctor.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
No, this was a girl. And I felt bad, but I was just like, I can't. You gotta hit up the next lady. Because there are a lot of women that are super okay with that are really okay with everything showing. But I don't know. I don't know how you do
rarely see you like this. This is very, very weird.
I get a bit flustered.
Carrie, First Thought Thursday, mother-in-law wants to be in the delivery room. Your thoughts?
Absolutely not. JJ, if you go in and you're showing everything to everybody, the last thing you need to do is worry about who everybody else is inviting in the room.
Preach it, sister.
Listen.
Now, I don't agree
No way.
with leaving the dad out. If you're not in a good
I
spot
agree
with
with
him,
you on that.
it's still
Right.
a great experience for him, and he needs to be there. It's his child. But
Hey, show some pride in your body. Clean it up a little bit and let everybody take a look. That's what I'm trying to say.
wow.
I want to see you go do that and let us invite a bunch of people in.
Listen, I got nothing but shameful pride to hide. I would do this in a heartbeat.
Clean it up.
If
he
the
says.
good Lord would have given me the ability to give
right?
birth, I would have zoomed it to the entire nation. I'd have no problem with this.
That's why you don't have babies.
Our goal here is always to get you to be part of the show. It's always been about you, but I think one of the ways that we can, invite you onto the show is letting you know a little bit more about us. So we call this, hi, my name is...
What's my name? I want y'all to say...
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Alayna.
My name is Alayna.
Hi, Alayna.
Yesterday, playing a video game, and I was told that I gave somebody brain cancer because I was playing so badly.
What?
Oh, what game was it?
It's called Valorant, and I just started playing it. And I didn't know how to use this one. It's called like an ultimate or whatever. It's your ultimate ability. I didn't know how to use it. And he told me to use it, and I tried, and I failed. And he goes, you gave me brain cancer.
This is a random on the internet said you gave me brain cancer.
Weird.
It was so harsh.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kat.
Hi,
Hi, Kat.
Hi. Yesterday, I taught my kid how to kayak in our front yard.
Oh, that
Didn't look freaking weird. So that was our day.
You put the life vest on and everything?
Safety first.
I will.
I don't know what's going to happen if he falls on our grass.
And would you ever kayak? Are you going to go kayaking?
I kayak.
Well, you almost said all the time.
I almost said all the time, but I don't have my own kayak anymore. It's always been at my mom's, but she brought up a kid's kayak for him, so I'm going to take him on Lake George. She wants me. Oh my
You
God.
still have
She wants me to tether him. She wants me to give him a 100-foot rope, let him go out there, and then pull him back in if he has a problem. I'm like,
And do you get to Lake George on the recumbent bike that your mother gave you that you still ride?
that is correct.
Yeah. That's a great image.
One, two. Hey,
What's up?
Hi.
Get up. Are you ready? Ready?
My name is...
Hi, I'm JJ.
Hi, JJ.
I have so far put 100 plus miles on my moped.
Oh my God. You're going to have to fill up.
I already had to, but, no, because I got to the 130 and it was starting to get a little bit low. The moped is getting 150 miles to the gallon, guys.
Dang. You need a jacket with fringes.
If you have not thought about investing in a moped, you are missing out in a big, big way. You're in the bathroom yesterday.
Yes, I go and I have to get just a few things, handful of things at Target. I stop, I do my Starbucks order, I hit the bathroom real quick.
Is this after you paid for everything, or you're just getting there?
No, I paid for everything, so I have my
You got,
bag
like, 2
hanging on the
bags.
hook. Okay, I just had one bag, and then the woman in the stall next to me using the restroom, totally obvious, and someone comes and jiggles the handle of her stall, and she just yells out, "No!" So, I don't know. She was just like in the moment, and
Well, what do you yell if somebody was to jiggle your handle? What would you say?
taken or occupied.
Occupied. That's the word, right?
I'll be
Alayna,
right
would you
out.
use occupied?
I'd probably say somebody's in here.
Yeah. Tessa texted in because we're looking for what you could possibly yell from the other side of that door. Tessa says, "It's going down." That would be funny.
I've used pooping before.
Lee said you have to do it in the growl voice.
Don't touch that door.
That is so funny. And then 1466, come on in. Come on in.
No, that's funny actually.
Yeah.
But I've never. I think the only place that I've ever even maybe walked in on somebody close to is the airport, because some of those stalls go all the way to the floor.
I love airport stalls. How huge are they so you can get all your luggage in? Have you noticed that?
Well, do you remember the
huge they are?
time that you admitted to always using the handicap stall? And Alayna, remember when the person... remember, this is
Alayna used one too, and she actually had somebody that needed the handicap stall. I've never had that happen.
But it could at any time.
Because I'm so swift. I get in and I get out. I'm so fast.
Weird news.
You know, some people are having their own experiences with the stay-at-home order and being quarantined. Some people have a lot of family members to keep them busy. Some people don't. And then you start hearing leprechauns. The self-proclaimed Leprechaun Whisperer from Ireland says that he is the only person that can see them.
I have enough money. I have access to the gold. Leprechauns are spirits. They manifest themselves to me as leprechauns. And I visit them under the mountain each day to check them out. And I've been up there every day. I haven't broken the restrictions.
Then I need proof. Pocket one of those coins. You bring it back. You let me see what it looks like. We get to bite it, do the bite test if it's real gold.
I just wonder what's the drug. You know what I mean? He sounded, lucid.
I don't want to be a jerk. What if it's real? You know, that's always the worst. Like the people
my Lucky Charms
that see the light, you know, and then they come back and tell us all about it. I never say it to their face like, "You're a weirdo."
So you believe this guy on the daily is going under a mountain to talk to the leprechauns?
I have no idea what he does every day, but he seems like he knows
I'd say
his
12
stuff.
to 14 lines is what he's been doing a day.
All right, let's amp it up. San Diego, this happened actually right down the street from where my sister lives at the Wells Fargo Bank. This guy broke into the bank yesterday at 3:30 in the morning.
How much money did he get?
He didn't get any money because he was busy making his Hot Pockets.
You did that for a Hot Pocket?
Yes. All that for a Hot Pocket.
You broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket?
Hot Pocket. For a Hot Pocket.
Was it worth it?
A Hot Pocket? Hell yeah.
Hot Pockets.
Who were the people in the background that sang the Hot Pocket jingle when the guy was being interviewed? Who are his friends? Listen to that.
You did that for a Hot Pocket?
Yes. All that for a Hot Pocket.
You broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket?
Hot Pocket. For a Hot Pocket.
Was it worth it?
Hot Pocket. Because they had a microwave, he had a Hot Pocket, didn't have any way of cooking it.
You ever
so
been at a spot where you got a Hot Pocket and you got nowhere to cook it?
That's a rock and a hard place. I really don't ever want to experience that. And that is what's weird.
From birth, that baby needs you. That little baby boy or baby girl needs every bit of you. And then all of a sudden you turn around and young 3-year-old Avery looks Alayna straight in the face during bedtime last night and says,
Go away.
Oh my God.
with no explanation other than, leave me alone, I'm putting myself to bed.
Yep.
The thing is, we hope and pray as parents. You give them the strength inside themselves to know that they can be independent.
What's the ultimate goal? Like a bird, do you want to push them out the nest and you're going to have a great life by yourself? All right, get the hell out.
Make good decisions. I remember the first time I let Liam walk down the street to his friend's house, and like I watched, and then I left my driveway, and then I straightened my neck and made sure he got there. But he got there and he stayed on the side of the road, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing a good job.
So what was the big indicator that they were growing up way too fast? Belinda, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How old is your son? Is it your son or your daughter?
He's a boy.
Okay, so son.
Yeah, he's my son. He's only 2. He's only 2.
Sure.
And how do you feel? Like, what's he doing that's making him grow up too fast?
So yesterday I had just gotten home from work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I got home from work, supper was ready, so everybody was waiting for me to eat.
Nice.
And so I was getting ready to serve my son, but my son had already gotten his plate, and he grabbed his food for himself, and then he moved back to his chair and started feeding himself.
Oh, he didn't need you anymore.
No.
Don't look at it like that. Look at it like Belinda just did a great job, and now he knows how to do that and eat with a fork. You know how many grown men can't make toast? It's too sad to think about that number.
All right.
So you got this.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to turn around. He's going to be making his own dinner in a couple of days. Next thing you know, he'll be living on his own. You'll never see him again except for when he needs money, and then he'll show up only on the holidays, and you'll barely ever be able to see your grandkids again before you die.
He'll always need his mama.
Oh, gosh.
Are you crying?
But yeah, when I saw a little bit. Just a little bit.
I know.
Just a little bit.
That's okay.
Yes, it hurts.
You know what you got to do?
But I was happy and proud at the same time.
Yeah, Belinda, you got to up the game here if you want to stifle this a little bit. You got to get into the cuttable foods. You got to get into like chicken breast, full chicken breast, steaks, stuff like that, where he can't just do finger foods anymore. You got to get into stuff that requires some, some dexterity.
Yeah, I probably should do that, right?
Think about that. No more nuggets and little corn, little baby corns. You got to get into stuff like, something that's going to really require him to cut it up and to work on stuff. So, just think about it. But, man,
good job.
And is this going to be your last baby?
Well, I have to find somebody before I think about it.
Fair enough.
It's 2020, not always.
Exactly.
Good luck. Thanks for being on the show. Have a good morning. Early in my marriage, my wife Trisha started talking about and then bringing some real hillbilly tendencies into our lives. It comes with the upbringing that she had, where there's a lot of rural influences, a lot of pets and a lot of animals, and it started with the Loggenberger baskets.
You know what? I didn't mind her basket face. I thought they were cute.
The Loggenberger baskets got a little much. We got...
I think it hit 30.
Yeah, we're at least. And then somewhere along the lines, when we made the move to our latest house, somebody thought, I think maybe even you, good idea to get her a ceramic rooster.
What are you going to do?
The ceramic chicken/rooster count is now well above a dozen.
Where do you stop, though? You have a ceramic one, then you need the salt and pepper shakers to match.
Yeah,
and then you need the butter dish to sit out, and then you need the milk carafe. I mean, it's just a game.
I like straight, clean lines. I like simple colors. My wife would like you to walk into our house and think that maybe we own a hobby farm somewhere in Nantucket.
Yeah.
Which we don't. Now, I don't find a lot of joy in other people's shortcomings and displeasures, but knowing that Kat may have now evolved in her life with her husband Derek into people that I would hate is fun to see. Now, where did you get the wind chimes?
I got them on our honeymoon in Maui, and I thought they were gorgeous. He let me, I don't know if it was like a newlywed thing, like yes ma'am type
He was
of
still getting
situation.
some. He was going to let you do whatever he wanted.
He got a lot on that trip, enough to last us our whole marriage. And so I'm like, I'm going to get them. They're going to look beautiful. And then we put them away, and we have not taken them out. And I found them in a box in our basement. We haven't even unpacked, really. We've just unpacked the main level. So,
Alayna, did Melissa bring anything into your home when she moved in with you that you were just like, I can't even barely be with you anymore?
She brought a lot of clothes. She actually took over the entire closet, but she didn't really have any knickknacks or anything. I'm kind of the knickknack person.
Yeah.
Nothing super annoying.
Now, I just want to know on a scale of 1 to 10 for people, how annoying are these? Because I look at them, I think they're really pretty.
If my neighbor across the street, Jack, put up wind chimes that I could hear, I would instantly take them and bury them. Okay. I would not.
I'm so glad you're not dramatic.
And I would not even make it a secret that I was the one that took them. Yeah. I would look directly into his Ring doorbell and go, Jack, these are annoying as hell. They gotta go. And I would say, I'm going to bury them 50 paces into the woods. And I would walk in there and I would put up a little cross.
Yep.
And I'd draw a picture I'd carve a wind chime picture into it with a buck knife.
Would you put dirt lines under your eyes?
Yeah. I would go. Now, I think the only way that we can really, really get full clarity on this is to bring Kat's husband from the basement where the wind chimes have been found. Derek, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are these?
I'd say 8.5.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, are they annoying because of the looks or the sound? I'm guessing the sound.
The sound. I mean, just check it out. Listen.
Oh,
that
my
is
God.
not that loud.
What?
Huh? That is not that loud. You're being so dramatic.
Where does your wife plan on putting these? Like, outside on the deck, on the front porch? Where are these supposed to go?
Well, she wants to put them loud and proud out front, but I'm all like, come on.
No, listen, I think you guys have a beautiful neighborhood, and I'm really, excited that you guys got a brand new home and everything like that.
You're doing that inside. The acoustics are just way off.
Shut up.
I'm serious. Like when they're outside, they have nothing to bounce off of, so they're hardly that loud.
You don't know. You're not a scientist.
If my neighbor had these outside their home, it's a straight egging.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Derek, be a man right now and take those straight to the garbage.
Don't do it.
All right, I will.
Up in the Playhouse.
If you came home today and they were in the garbage, how mad would you be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would be really
You
upset.
can't put these up. I mean, you just can't. You got to have some respect for your neighbors. A wind chime is a calling card for...
We should call my neighbor and see if she would even mind.
I'm
I
a
don't
super
even think
big
she'd
idiot
mind.
and everything's about me. That's exactly what a wind chime says. Morning, Natasha. How are you?
Good.
As you hear the wind chime debate break out on the radio, you said, no, stop. I have to call because wind chimes are the greatest thing in the history of the world. You're a fan.
Please say you're on my side.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Wind chimes are beautiful, and growing up, we were always told every time you heard a wind chime that is your loved one thinking of you or someone close to you is like nearby. So every time I hear the neighbor's wind chimes, I'm like, oh, like her husband must be visiting her,
I love
pretty
that.
fun. I love
This
them.
is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my entire
You
life.
have no right to take away people's hope for things.
It's not hope, it's
It is.
lunacy. Listen, Natasha, what I want you to do today is grab reality and realize that no spirit of a human being is deciding. What about places where there's no wind? There's several places on the planet where there's no wind. Are you
is
telling
there
me
no wind?
there is no wind super low in valleys where there's no you're telling
Now
me
you
no,
just sound
no
idiotic.
human spirits are hanging out in Death Valley when it's not windy?
Just because it's called Death Valley?
No, Natasha, reality. Come back here.
Don't
These
grab
things-
reality. You go grab another set of wind chimes and you put them up. Sister.
How many sets do you have up right now, Natasha?
Personally, I don't have anywhere to hang them.
Oh.
But you would.
So we haven't really.
Listen, if I get some wind chimes and I put them, there's no wind here in the studio. I'm going to get some wind chimes. Before Derek throws them away, I'm going to have him bring them into the studio. I'm going to set them right in front of the fan here by the door, and they're going to blow all day with the spirits of loved ones communicating with me.
He would never throw them away.
Bunch
He
of
knows better.
crackpots. All right, Natasha, I definitely still dig you, and I think you're the best, but you're just a lunatic.
Podcast. Download the podcast.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw & Bryant Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend. Immediately.